So what does a box of knives look like? This is a box of knives, man. Check these out. These are all old SCHRADE knives made in the US of A, all in mint condition, brand new. Ignore the price tags on them because these are from, I guess, some old garage sale or something. But anyway, let's look at these knives. These knives are beautiful. Man, I tell you, the way they made knives is just incredible. It's like when I get a shipment of like new knives, and I've sold new knives before. Like I've gotten hooked up with a company, and you get them at, you know, discount prices so you can sell them. And it's like you check the knives, and it's just like if you get like 100 of them in, it's like at least 12 of them don't snap right, they don't bend right. It's like you're screwed. Even if they're made in the USA, it seems like. It's just like, I hate to knock the process or the quality control of knives that are made today, but it's very difficult unless you're dealing with a top-notch company like GEC or the more mechanical processes like BENCHMADE uses. It's just like, what's the deal? I mean, I don't quite understand it. I get a box of old knives that are made in USA back in the 90s and 80s, if not some of them that are a little bit older, and it's just like they all snap right, they all open right, the fit and finish is just beautiful. There's no gaps between the back springs. They're just absolutely gorgeous, and they use these extremely fat, beefy back springs that you just don't see today. There's no rubbing. It's just absolutely beautiful. Open up one of these knives and look at that, 22 bucks. What a deal, huh? Man, these are just gorgeous. They're just beautiful. They open up right. I still haven't cleaned them off. I mean, they've probably been sitting in someone's garage for who knows how long, but they're absolutely beautiful. Look at this one. Made in USA, razor sharp, opens up right, snaps out right. It's got really good steel. I actually use one of these, and they're just so easy to resharpen. They stay sharp, they get sharp, and they're just beautiful. You can't compare them to the $22.95 Chinese made ones, and that's how much these cost. I think $20.98, made in China. I sell mine. I think I'm going to be selling these in the $30 range. Made in USA, made the right way. I mean, what's the difference? You pay like $12 extra and you get a knife that was made 20 years ago by Americans with the right materials and process control, and you're getting a knife that's going to last you the rest of your life. Or you guys can go right ahead and buy yourself a $20 knife made in China, SCHRADE, and that's what it'll say on it. It'll say SCHRADE, and then on the outside of the box it'll say SCHRADE USA. Okay, say that again. SCHRADE USA. It's not SCHRADE USA anymore. It's SCHRADE China. That's what it is. They basically bought the rights to the knife. I mean, look how these look how everything just connects. There's no gapping. It's just beautiful. Just a gorgeous knife all the way around. Now, of course, when you buy a knife from me, you're looking at a knife that's like, you know, 20 years old. You're going to have some possible spotting on the bolsters, but I recommend that you don't polish this up. I mean, this is an old knife. That's what makes these knives valuable, is the patina that they've developed. Patina like this is because the knife is old. Now, if you want, you just take a little polishing polishing paste and polish them up like you do any silverware. It's brass, for goodness sakes, and in 10 minutes the knife looks brand new again. But why would you do that to a knife that's 20 years old? I have no idea. The patina actually protects the knife from extra corrosion. You do want to, maybe what I do is before I'm going to sell these, I always take ballistol and I coat them all up, let it sit for about an hour, and then I wipe it off. The ballistol doesn't remove the patina, but what it does remove is any large deposits of maybe green stuff or chemical reaction, which is corrosion, and we stop that right then and there, so it's not actually damaging the knife. But as you can see, these knives, even though, I mean, there is like a factory coating on them still, these knives are just gorgeous, just beautiful. And then it just comes with an absolutely awesome leather sheath too, great snap. It's a SCHRADE, and this is SCHRADE USA. These are the knives that were made in America. Look at this, we got a, what is this? This is an old CRAFTSMAN. Probably Camillus made this, that's my guess. I haven't really done my research. Look at this old box that it comes in. Really cool little knife. We got some more SCHRADEs here, all beautiful, just awesome, awesome. Look at these CRAFTSMAN. These things were made to use. It says CRAFTSMAN 100 years. Let's see. And CRAFTSMAN USA, it says, and look at that blade. Look, you know, look how look at that recess on that. You don't see that in today's knives. What you get today in today's knives is they cut the blanks and they throw them into a gigantic polishing mixture. It's like sand and stone or whatever. It's like a polishing mixture batch, and then they polish them up. Alright, and all the edges are smooth and shiny, and then they put them together, and then they bzz, bzz, and then there's your knife. These knives they have really sharp recesses. See that? If you can see that right there. Just beautiful. It's just very difficult to find knives today of that quality. Yeah, this knife needs a little cleaning up. Like I said, a spray down with some Ballistol, let it sit for an hour, and that cleans up this gunk. This still has, like I said, the factory, you know, stuff on it. And you see it clean up something like that green stuff on the end of that blade. Now, that green stuff is just the factory coating, which just wipes right on off. Alright. So it's not damage to the blade or anything like that. It just needs to be cleaned up. And like I said, that's what I do before I sell my knives. But I do not remove that patina on there. You see that? Alright, now if you guys buy these, you're more than welcome to polish them up and make them look like brand new Chinese knives. You're more than welcome to do that. You can do whatever you like with your knife. Here's an old Queen. Whoa, these things are really, really sweet. Just gorgeous. Look at the size of these back springs on these things. Look at that. Look how thick those are. This is a knife that was made to use. It's even thicker than the SCHRADEs. Look at these. Compare the back springs on this. Compare to the SCHRADEs. Or this is actually Camillus, excuse me. Sorry, I'm shaking. I drank a lot of coffee. I slept in this morning. And this was made in 1981. Queen USA. Queen steel number 49. Made in USA. Just a beautiful knife. Still has the factory gunk on it. Still snaps, even though I haven't cleaned it yet. Once I clean them, they snap like a bear trap. Hey, look at this. This is an old USA military knife here. Camillus, 1984. These are really cool, especially for guys that, you know, let's say you did serve in the United States military and you joined in 1984. Alright, now if you're a wife or a girlfriend or anything like that watching this, wouldn't this be a cool present to give to that guy? It says 1984. It's really easy to understand when this knife was manufactured. I mean, that's really cool. You give the guy a knife that's built to last, a knife that just has everything you possibly need on it, a nice bell. I like the tool that this one comes with. I can barely open it up. Here we go. Look at this screwdriver that this thing comes with. I like knives like this because it gives you tools to use other than your blade. That's why I carry one of the electrical knives. This is mine. This particular one was made, I forget when I dated this, I think in the 80s. And this has just some awesome steel on it. These things are great. I don't really sell these. I have buckets full of them. But the profit margin on them is just not worth selling them. I give them away to my friends and all that kind of stuff, but the profit margin just, it's not worth me selling them. But they do have some really fine steel on them. Excuse me, I'm having finger troubles. I have like a couple digits that don't work anymore. Yeah, it comes with that. See, it gives you a tool to use, screwdriver and or other type of tool to use other than your knife for prying and doing other things. For you hunters, or you want a nice truck knife or something to wear on your belt, then you just beef it on up to a nice big locking blade. And everyone knows that this locking system is about as strong as you're going to get. This is a nice. For me, this is a nice truck knife. You just throw it on in there, and it's considered a folding knife. But can you know, would you really want to carry a fixed blade this big in your truck? Not me. But this is just as good. Razor sharp, just beautiful. They just don't make knives like this anymore. It's just really sad that America doesn't produce things anymore. The small companies that do, I mean, you really pay. I mean, you go and buy yourself a GEC, you're looking at the least $55 for the bottom of the bucket. Here's the bottom of the bucket GEC, and you can see it's well used. And that's $50 bucks right there. For the bottom of the barrel. Here's one of the case CVs, which I'm digging, but you're looking at, you know, for this $65. You know, beautiful though, gorgeous. Is it made as hardcore as some of these SCHRADEs? I would say no, especially not this queen. These queens are just bulletproof, just made to use. I mean, they just threw in some gigantic rivets and just, I mean, these rivets are not going to pull loose. This knife is a real hard use folder. You're not going to get that separation that you do in the Chinese knives. When you go to use the Chinese knives, that's what happens. Your knife starts to fall apart. If you're just going to use it for opening up letters and stuff, the Chinese knives are fine. Here's KLEIN tools. Here's another one of these. This is made in Japan. Beautiful knife. These sell for, like, I think in the $30 range. Just absolutely gorgeous, the fit and finish on these. I don't particularly like the logo on it myself. I have one that I actually removed the logo and did my own little design on it. And this is one of my users. It's another beautiful knife to have. Great locking system. Beautiful. And of course I have my first video knife, my BENCHMADE. Dog go running, look at that. Isn't that cool? BENCHMADE did that for me. Sent me out a new blade. It's really cool when people appreciate what you do on YouTube. And it's nothing I ask for, you know. It's just something that a good company does. It's really cool. Look at that. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. Those are my user knives there. I'm kind of going off topic, but I'm just really talking knives here. I'm not really focusing on one thing. Here's another little SCHRADE, just a little beauty right here. Look at that. Look at that little blade it's got on it. Still got the factory gunk on it, but just a really cool knife. Gosh, my digits aren't working. What's going on? I'm going to have a hand surgery next. Thanks for all the wishes on my back. My back's doing a little bit better, but I'm still in pretty much extreme pain off and on. I have my good days and my bad. Hey, look at this. What is this? 1986 Sears. It's got wood handles. Fit and finish. Looks really nice. Got some nice back springs there. Look at that. We don't get that kind of fit and finish today. Look how that... like that. Let's open her up. Let's check her out. 100 years anniversary Sears. Sears CRAFTSMAN USA. Probably made by Camillus, that's my guess. Got some nice recesses there. You got yourself a long pole, and just a really nice beauty. Look at that little blade. Why not? A little blade on that. Isn't that sweet? Really nice knife. Oh, I like this. I like the wood on this. Wood's really nice on that. Got the nice patina on there. Like I said, you can polish it up and make her look like one of them brand new Chinese knives if you want. Go right ahead. But me, I like the patina. I leave it on. And that's why I don't polish up my knives. I can't stand it when I see that stuff on eBay. I'll give you a good example of that. Here's a knife that I bought on eBay. This is a old Remington. Real beauty. A little bit loose. I always wanted one of these, you know. And the pictures didn't show it as a polished look. I should have known better. This was in my early days when I started buying knives. And I just didn't know any better. But towards the bottom you can kind of see what the knife did look like. But look at the shine that it has on it. Like a mere polish. Look at that. Isn't that weird that a knife this old would look like that? Well, what happened is an individual buffed this out to make it look brand new. Removed all the patina, and in my opinion has destroyed this knife. Just destroyed it. You can see some of the patina towards the end right there where he left it alone. But you know, when you don't know better, you just go, wow, that knife looks like it's in really good shape. It looks beautiful. Look at that. There's no rust. There's no patina. It's, you know, 80 years old. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? You get some guy that just destroyed an old knife. Now, if you want a knife that shines like that, go right ahead. Like I said, go buy yourself a Chinese knife or a $100 American knife that'll last you the rest of your life. But if you want yourself an old knife that shines like this, they're not supposed to shine like this. This is not what this knife is supposed to look like. This knife has been destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. They could have cleaned it up, removed what rust or active corrosion that was on it, and left the normal patina on it. They possibly could have cleaned up the edge, maybe. You know, maybe threw it on a sharpening or a I'm sorry, I'm having a mouth problem too. They could have maybe polished the, you know, removed any corrosion digits that were on the blade right here. You know, anything that's active that you want to remove, obviously. But removing active corrosion requires ballistol and soaking and not scrubbing and polishing, and you know, if you do have some active corrosion on something, you can use a polishing stick. I have a video on that, but you want to do that you always want to go use the mildest means possible to clean up your knife and slowly work more aggressive. But something like this was just thrown on a wheel. There you go, nice and polished. Let's sharpen her up too. Yeah, there we go. Knife looks brand new. It's not supposed to look brand new. Leave it alone. I swear, it's only in the knife community that you see people doing this. You know, anyone in the antique business knows better than that something with natural patina on it, leave it alone. You got something that was made in the Bronze Age, you know, and you get some ass that frickin' polishes it up. You just turned a relic into a piece of garbage. But see, antique dealers, they know better. But our knife community, they just don't know better. Some of them do, but I'm telling you, go on eBay and look. You'll see knives that are 50 years old and they have a sheen like that. That ain't right. That ain't right at all. They destroyed that knife. Just destroyed it. You're supposed to have a little bit of patina on it. You're supposed to have a little brown on it. That's what you want. So that was my rant. Sorry about the rant, but boy, hope someone got something out of that. But anyway, hey, you guys take care. Hope you guys enjoyed some knife talk. And hey, this is the time to hit that thumbs up button. Alright, help support my channel and keep watching. I know this is a long video, so if you made it this long, you obviously love knives, right? And I'm gonna have some shorter videos. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna teach you guys how to use chopsticks here pretty soon. Alright, they are the this is something that everyone needs to know how to do, because it's great for survival, great for barbecuing, great for everything that we do. It's a fantastic tool. So I'm going to do a little video on that here pretty soon. So you guys take care. Thanks for the prayers and all the great support that I'm getting. I really appreciate it. You guys, love you guys. Take care.